Hello everyone, Vlad is here, and today I'm going to share a couple of tips how to be a composer just soloing rather than lick player. What I mean by licks is just memorized phrases from other people you heard before, and a lot of that I did as well when I was starting out as a guitarist. But then the more I knew the harmony, the more I understand what I heard in my head as a composer, and by doing so, then I was able to express it. So I'm going to share a couple of things today with you, how to approach your melodic ideas, right? And I'll do something in E blues, a 12-bar blues, in order to make it simple and usable. So a lot of people know scales, and a lot of these scales, majority of scales that guitarists know, is either major or minor pentatonic. So we'll go with a minor pentatonic because it's a very common one. So if I have a minor pentatonic in E, right? This is all minor pentatonic. And E, and if I have a blues, let's say in E major, right? Right? What I'm playing here is basically just minor pentatonic. A lot of guitarists think knowing one scale is just too boring, or when they get stuck in the rut, playing the minor pentatonic, they're not really thinking as a composer. So what I'm thinking right now, for example, if I have a phrase, I have the idea how to make that phrase. Right? So these are pentatonics, so it's pentatonic. Right? So the power of pentatonic, on any scale, is just a tool to make sure that you have something to say. For example, if you have a screwdriver and you use that screwdriver to get some screws out or screw in something. So there is only one way of doing this, the right size of screw, right? And you have to make sure it's going this way, counterclockwise or clockwise, right? So the same thing with the scales. So what you do with the scales, you use them as a tool to express the melodic idea, right? 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 Now, how to use this? Think a simple idea is that the long note that you want to end up on is the root of that chord. So let's say if I'm in E major or minor, right? So I'm using the minor pentatonic as my screwdriver, right? That's the tool. So this is my E, right? Now I'm going to the A, right? And I'm ending up on the A, right? Again. Right? And now I'm going to the A. Right? I'm going to the root of that. Right? So I'm ending up on the root of that chord, right? And again, the chords, for those who don't know, it's E, then A, and then the B. 3 chords, right? The 12-bar blues, we have 12 bars, right? And that's all it is. So basically, you use that as a composer. So think as a composition. So you have a motif. chord. So that's one thing. Another thing that I do, I bend stuff, right? So I bend strings. As a blues guitarist, I love to bend strings, right? And the idea of bending strings, since blues is when you have a major chord and you make minor, so you kind of mix and match major and minor. So anytime you have the third note of that scale, so 1, 2, right? So 1, 2, right? Now this 2 is a flat 3 for us. So in other words, this is a minor 3. If I use this a little bit further, it's going to be a major 3. Right? So pentatonic, minor pentatonic. So I bend that string. See? See what I do? And then 7, that's a flat 7, I use it to 1. So. Right? 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 So, and then you have sort of very bluesy sound, right? And you can do a lot of blues stuff, right? Right? And if you play the 12-bar blues with these kind of ideas, then you create a melody. Think as a composer again, because you have a motif and you have a rhythm. And the tool in this is minor pentatonic, and trying to work through that as a melodic composition, right? Right? So, and this is how you do it. And the melodic ideas that I had do 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 down, right? 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 These are all kind of very simple. Right? Right? I'm going to the A, right? Right? Very simple. So hopefully it helps, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.